Hey team, my name's Andy Claiborne, and I've got Rick Polston here from Product Support. I'm one of the sales trainers here at Oreck, and what we'd like to do today is talk about the new DualMax air purifier. Rick and I are going to cover some of the basic troubleshooting questions that may come up when talking about our new DualMax air purifier. First off, Rick, I want to get started with this machine here. Let me ask, the question that most people always ask when dealing with air purifiers is the filtration. Is this a HEPA filtered air purifier, or is it our EP technology?
Well, Andy, this is the EP technology, which is the electrostatic precipitation. It doesn't use HEPA filters, which typically have to be replaced pretty frequently. Right. This has the Truman cell, and the Truman cell is the integral part that does a lot of the filtration on this particular unit.
Okay, so it is EP, it's the Truman cell, it's something that we're all used to. My question then is, how often should I clean this? Or how do I know when it's time to clean?
Well, that's a good question. And the unit will help the consumer or the user out greatly with this, because this actually has a built-in timer, and about every 30 days this timer is going to come on as a reminder it's time to check the cell and go ahead and do a cleaning. Now, depending on the environment, that may need to be cleaned a little more frequently in some areas. So if there is debris built up on the cell, this will actually be registered in the system, and it will come on saying, hey, it's time to clean us.
Oh, wow. So I don't even have to keep up with it. If it's time to clean, it'll let me know?
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic. So next question then, how do I clean it?
How do you clean it? That's another good question. And the great thing about it is you don't have any replacement filters. This is a permanent filter, the Truman cell. We simply pop off the panel, turn the knobs, remove the cell, and you'll notice this is a much larger collection cell. So we have a larger surface area here for collecting debris. And also the pre-charge wires, which are the wires running across the front of the cell that are a very integral part of the electronic precipitation, are removable now with this grid. You simply pop that off. These can be washed separately, which is a great feature. And then, of course, you can use regular dishwashing liquid, or we have this great product, which is the Cell, and this does a great job in tackling nicotine and tars from areas where there's heavy smoking or cooking odors and things like that that will accumulate on the cell. So, you know, the dishwashing liquid does a great job, but this is a good product for real good deep cleaning on the cell.
Okay, so besides the Truman cell, what other parts needs to be cleaned?
Well, we have a pre-filter in the front of the unit here. This actually catches some of the larger particles. This is removable and can also be cleaned with the dishwashing liquid or the Cell. Right. We have the Truman cell here, and of course the pre-charge wires that are a part of that cell. We have a cleaning brush here that you can do a little pre-cleaning with, simply dusting off the cell and the wires, getting some of that debris off of there before you actually do the soak or the cleaning.
Right. Wow. Yeah, it looks like a lot larger Truman cell. So.
Oh, absolutely, a lot larger coverage area with this unit. We actually have two fans in here. The larger collection area here is going to capture more things in here in between the cleanings.
So Rick, I've got another question. You've explained to us how to clean the collector cell and all the different components of the DualMax, but I understand this also has another feature called the dry mode feature. Could you explain that to everyone?
Oh, sure, and this is a great feature. Previously, the precipitator cell, or in our case, the Truman cell, needed to be thoroughly dry before it could be reinserted into the unit and operating again as an air purifier. In this particular case with the dry mode, the cell can still be damp and it can be reinserted into the air purifier, locked into place.
Okay.
Reinstall the side panel, and then the dry mode can be initiated. You do that by pressing and holding the power button, and as you're pressing and holding that, a couple things will happen simultaneously. It will kick into medium speed, and there's going to be 3 indicator bar lights across the top of this. At the time that the first 2 lights blink 3 times and it kicks into medium speed, then you're going to be going into dry mode. Okay. The collector cell light will flash slowly, showing that it's actually in the dry mode. And what this is doing is it's disconnecting all the electronics except for the fan, which is going to thoroughly dry the cell. Once the cell has dried, then this will kick into the regular air purifier mode, and it'll run normally. If after 60 minutes it's still not thoroughly dry, it will kick back into the dry mode again to try and thoroughly dry the cell, and it'll do that for a total of 3 different times until the cell is thoroughly dried.
Oh wow, what a great feature. Well Rick, I really appreciate you taking the time out to explain this to us today. I know that our consumers will appreciate this knowledge, and I hope that this helps everyone with any of the basic troubleshooting questions that we may get. So thanks so much.